All right, everyone, listen up, because this is seriously big news in the world of investing. Kraken, one of the major players in the cryptocurrency exchange game, has just announced something massive. They are rolling out a brand new offering, and it is set to shake things up considerably. We are talking about a new way to access some of the biggest names on the US stock market. This is not just a small update, it is a fundamental shift in how people, particularly those outside the United States, can get involved with these giant companies. This is the kind of innovation that gets me really excited about the future of finance and accessibility for everyone. So what exactly is Kraken bringing to the table? Well, hold on to your hats. They are launching tokenized versions of some incredibly popular US stocks. Think about the giants of the tech world, the innovators, the companies whose products you probably use every single day. We are talking about Apple, the creators of the iPhone, and so much more. We are talking about Tesla, Elon Musk's electric vehicle and clean energy powerhouse. And yes, we are even talking about Nvidia, the absolute titan in the world of graphics, processing units and artificial intelligence. These are not some obscure stocks. These are household names now becoming more accessible. This new initiative from Kraken is specifically designed for their customers who are not based in the United States. For many international investors, gaining direct access to US equities has often been a complicated and sometimes costly process. There can be regulatory hurdles, different brokerage requirements, and inconvenient trading hours to contend with. Kraken aims to simplify all of that. By offering these stocks in a tokenized format, they are essentially building a bridge, making it easier for a global audience to invest in these American corporate success stories. This is a really smart move by Kraken. What does this mean for you, the investor, especially if you're outside the US? It means potential, it means opportunity, it means a leveling of the playing field, at least to some extent. The traditional barriers that might have prevented you from easily buying shares in Apple or Tesla could soon be a thing of the past. This is about democratizing access to financial markets, a theme that resonates very strongly within the cryptocurrency space. Kraken is leveraging its crypto expertise to venture into the territory of traditional finance, and the implications could be far-reaching for both industries. Stay tuned, because we're going to dive deeper. So you might be hearing this term tokenized equities and wondering what on earth it actually means. Let's break it down. It is actually a pretty straightforward concept when you get down to it. Tokenized equities are essentially digital representations of real-world company shares. Think of them like digital tokens, similar to cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin or Ethereum. However, instead of just being a digital currency, these tokens are directly backed by and represent ownership in actual shares of a company. So when you buy a tokenized Apple share, you are getting a digital asset that corresponds to a real share of Apple. How do they actually work? Well, it's quite clever. A third party, often a regulated financial institution, holds the actual traditional shares in custody. For every real share they hold, a corresponding digital token is then created on a blockchain or a similar distributed ledger technology. These tokens can then be bought and sold on platforms like Kraken. The value of the token is designed to mirror the price of the underlying stock. So if Apple's stock price goes up on the New York Stock Exchange, the value of your tokenized Apple share should also go up accordingly. It's a digital twin of the real thing, making it easier to trade. This system ensures that the tokens have real, tangible value because they are collateralized by the actual underlying assets. It's not just a number on a screen, it's tied to a share certificate sitting safely somewhere. This backing is crucial for legitimacy and investor confidence. It means you are not just speculating on a completely new type of asset, but rather engaging with a new, more flexible way to interact with established financial instruments. The technology of blockchain provides the transparency and security for these tokens, recording ownership and transactions in an immutable way, which is a massive benefit. One of the coolest things about how these tokenized equities trade is their similarity to how Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are traded. Traditional stock markets have fixed opening and closing times, often tied to a specific geographic location and time zone. This can be inconvenient for investors in different parts of the world. Cryptocurrencies, however, trade 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Kraken is bringing this round-the-clock trading capability to these US stocks for their non-US customers. This means you could potentially trade your tokenized Tesla shares on a Saturday afternoon, which is simply not possible with traditional exchanges. The launch of tokenized US stocks by Kraken offers some truly fantastic benefits, particularly for international investors. One of the most significant advantages is undeniably the easier access it provides to the US stock market. For many people around the globe, investing in American companies has involved navigating complex brokerage setups, dealing with currency conversions, and sometimes facing higher fees or minimum investment amounts. Tokenized equities can help to dismantle many of these barriers. It simplifies the process, allowing individuals from various countries to participate more readily in the growth of these major US corporations, which is a huge step forward. Then there is the revolutionary aspect of 24/7 trading. Traditional stock exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange or Nasdaq operate on specific schedules, typically Monday to Friday during US business hours. This is a massive headache if you live in Asia, Australia, or Europe. You might have to stay up late or wake up incredibly early just to place a trade. With tokenized equities on Kraken, this problem largely disappears. Because they can be traded continuously like cryptocurrencies, you can buy or sell your tokenized Apple or Nvidia shares whenever it suits your local time zone, be it morning, noon, or night, even on weekends. Another brilliant benefit is the potential for fractional ownership. Buying a single share of a company like Tesla or Nvidia can sometimes be quite expensive, potentially costing hundreds or even thousands of dollars. This high entry price can be a significant deterrent for smaller investors. Tokenized equities can be easily divided into smaller fractions. This means you could potentially buy, say, 1/10 of a Tesla token, allowing you to invest with smaller amounts of capital. This fractionalization makes investing much more accessible and allows for better diversification of smaller portfolios, empowering more people to start their investment journey. Beyond these key points, there is an overall increase in convenience and flexibility. Managing your investments through a familiar crypto exchange platform like Kraken, where you might already hold other digital assets, can streamline your financial life. You can potentially use existing crypto balances to purchase these stock tokens or easily convert between different asset classes. This integration offers a more fluid and modern approach to managing a diverse investment portfolio. The reduction in red tape and the increased speed of transactions also contribute to a much smoother user experience for global investors looking for exposure to US markets. This move by Kraken is not just a new product launch, it is a significant development that sends ripples across both the cryptocurrency and traditional financial markets. It represents a crucial step in bridging the gap between these two worlds. For a long time, crypto and traditional finance have operated in somewhat separate universes. Tokenized equities act as a tangible link, demonstrating how blockchain technology can be used to enhance and modernize traditional financial assets. This could encourage more established financial institutions to explore tokenization, potentially leading to a wider range of assets becoming available in digital form. It signals a convergence that many have anticipated. The implications for traditional stock exchanges are also quite profound. While they are not going to disappear overnight, the rise of tokenized equities trading 24/7 presents a new competitive dynamic. It highlights a demand for greater flexibility and accessibility that traditional models sometimes struggle to meet. This could push conventional exchanges to innovate further, perhaps by extending their own trading hours or exploring their own blockchain-based solutions. The efficiency, lower transaction costs, and global reach offered by tokenized assets could eventually pressure the traditional system to adapt and evolve, which ultimately benefits the end investor through better services. For investors, the potential impact is transformative. Greater access means more people can participate in wealth creation through equity markets. The ability to trade around the clock and invest in fractional shares lowers barriers to entry significantly. This could lead to a more diverse and global investor base for US companies. It also introduces new arbitrage opportunities for sophisticated traders who might look to profit from price differences between tokenized versions and traditionally traded shares, although these are likely to be minimal in efficient markets. Overall, it empowers individuals with more control and choice over their investments. Looking ahead, the introduction of tokenized Apple, Tesla, and Nvidia shares on Kraken could be just the beginning. If successful, we might see an expansion to include a much wider array of US and even international stocks, bonds, commodities, or real estate. This trend has the potential to create a more unified, efficient, and truly global financial market. It is a powerful demonstration of how innovation in the digital asset space can lead to tangible benefits and increased opportunities for people all over the world. The future of investing is looking increasingly digital, accessible, and interconnected, and this is a very exciting development to witness.